Networks again. I changed networks. I'm trying to see if can you see me? Can you connect again?
Yeah, I'm connected like this, but you are not on right now. Okay. I think I've seen something now. Okay, let me see, sir. It's loading. Yeah, it's loading.
We're back online. We're back online. I'm sorry for going offline. It was just a bit. The networks have been bad, but we're gonna go back to where we started and keep talking about the paradigms, the changing paradigms. It has to be true. Paradigms shape who we are and our worldviews and what we think is right. 2020 shaped or changed our entire worldview. 2020, as people, we are designed to work within order. What happens in future? That's why you have actuaries, you have business planning models, you have scenario planning models that are all defined to help us understand where we are today and predict where we are tomorrow. Because these things help us operate. The unfortunate part of where we are today is that we have created, we're in a world today that those things we hold there, those things we define as a must in the first 4 months of the year have been thrown away. One big paradigm thinking about this was that we've always thought as business people, like I said this earlier, that look, as business people, we was also about establishing the fact that you were in control. Today that has changed. You meet your friends on the road and told us 6 months ago that half of the world's population will be on lockdown. And I mean fiscal lockdown in capacity because the world will not be moving. We would probably say, well, shift is one fundamental thing. Everything you hold there, you have to change and not be done. Today is Good Friday, and most churches all over the world, you have a Good Friday service from home or online. Those things that we think are impossible, those paradigms that have guided what we become or who we are, every one of them has changed. So there are things that I thought about in detail in 2020, and I said, look, 2020, the challenges we have will come and go. The difficulties we have will come and go. But these challenges and these difficulties will shape what point to hold there, where you think that X plus Y will always be equal to Z. We need to throw it out. As business leaders, the inputs we do not know, the outcomes we do not know. There was a time when if you put this and this and this, the best way to deal with the paradigm shift or the paradigm changes for 2020 is to accept that the new paradigm is that of the reality that will take each day as it becomes this is people will challenge those outcomes. And our ability to open ourselves up to understand by people from governments and government institutions will fundamentally change, particularly within the African context, where a lot of times we don't expect enough from government. Today, people expect what will happen next. In post 2020, most leaders will be confused as to what to do. But leadership, if everything you believe has gone south, it's okay if the things we hold dear, if the things we truly believed could not be touched has fundamentally changed. There's a big problem in 2020 and post 2020 that we will not change. You know, we're talking a lot about social distancing today, which challenges the fundamental beliefs in Africanism, where our investment is the collective. In Africa, the collective is our strength. South Africans call it Ubuntu. It's one for all for one. It's our collective that gives us who we are, our values. And for me, one thing I've not walked around is how that impacts elderly young. To help us navigate this challenge, we must accept those changes will come and live with those consequences and not be will truly separate us. You know, everything we believe in is up for discussion. I was looking at schooling and the academic concept of schooling, where we bring our kids to school, drop them off, and they go to school and stuff. And the last couple of weeks has been about online e-learning. And the first question I asked myself is, so when this ends, what happens? The reality is e-learning has come to stay. I cracked a joke with a friend of mine that for the first time, my kid's school sent me a letter before we even talked about it. Oh, next term, the fees will be cut by 20%. Because I think they understand that, look, those paradigms that the kids must be in school to study, secondary school, I'm not talking about universities where you have big online classes. The fact that kids must be in school, in secondary school to study has changed. So the concept of what is education at school may have been changing gradually with the advent of technology. But in the last 1 month, the rise of individualism, the reality is yes. Self-preservation as people and as nations will be the norm order of the day. So yes, people will think about themselves first, your own. So post 2020, we're going to have a world that is more individualistic as nation states as individuals. You will move from the very concept that together we were stronger to the concept of apart. If we fix our problems well, we are better off. People will learn to be comfortable to be with themselves. You know, but we are social beings as people. So when everybody that would define who we are. So businesses that will thrive today or today are people who can find a way to create wealth, create existence around themselves while using technology as the only platform or as the main platform for social interaction. So while we'll be very individualistic as people on a physical interaction, the reality is that, look, socially, we will look for ways to interact electronically. One of the things I've seen happen in the last couple of days has always been people are asking after people, but asking after people on their mobile phones, on the internet, on chat rooms, etc. Your friend, your neighbor will rather ask you how you are on phone than let you walk in and knock on his door and say to him, I'm fine. That will be the world of tomorrow. We will be very individualistic as people, but more socially conscious via technology. That is our world. That's what our world will be. The concept of uncertainty and this issue of what you call black 20 and it shut down the entire world or half the world as the case may be, it will become a norm. And I know that the norm will be going forward, will be things we cannot predict. In terms of unpredictability and uncertainty, in hug each other and have these great intellectual meetings. Individualism will be the order of the day. Uncertainty and the concept of not understanding what the paradigms, what are Every paradigm we have will be challenged. Everything we hold there will be